What is up, guys? I'm Remote Night Owl, and I hope that you are all having a wonderful day. So I'm happy to announce that an old series that I was previously doing called Item Breakdowns is going to be returning. With Season 11 now sitting in the preseason and Riot having dropped all of the revamped, replaced, or reworked items, we're now sitting in an exciting time in League of Legends where the game feels fresh, new, and really exciting. And with this excitement comes a fresh new take on the game, as well as a variety of new play styles that you can achieve while playing League of Legends. We are going to be focusing on Mythics first, and as you can tell by the title of the video, we are going to be starting with Trinity Force today and Bruisers. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. So taking a look at the base stats of Trinity Force first, as you can see, we have 10 ability haste, which is roughly 9% cooldown reduction early game. We have 35 attack damage, an increase of 35% attack speed, as well as 200 health. So for 80 auto attack bruisers, this is your bread and butter mythic item that you want to rush. So now looking at the passive stats, first we have the threefold strike. Basic attacks grant 25 bonus movement speed. This is akin to the old Phage passive for 3 seconds. If the target is a champion, it also increases base attack damage by 6% up to 5 times, maxing out at 30%. We'll come back to this in a minute. Also, just like before, we have the Spellblade passive. After using an ability, your next basic attack within 10 seconds deals 200% base AD bonus physical damage on hit of the next basic attack. Also, because this is a mythic, we have the Mythic passive, empowers your other legendary items with 10% bonus attack speed. So if you build Boots of Mythic and 4 legendary items, which will max you out at 6, you will have a bonus of 40% extra attack speed by late game. Now, as I had mentioned, we would come back to the base attack damage portion of Threefold Strike. So because this increases your base attack damage by 6% up to 5 times when in combat with a champion, this will also increase your Spellblade damage because your Spellblade is based off of your base attack damage. So this item actually has self-synergy because it increases base attack damage as well as in the basic stats, regular attack damage. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the build path of Trinity Force and the order in which you build these items that feed into the build of this item. So the first and most important item that you want to build while building Trinity Force is Hearthbound Axe. Akin to the old Phage, this item grants you 15 attack damage, 15% increased attack speed, and its unique passive grants you 20 bonus movement speed as a melee champion for 2 seconds when you attack an enemy. So the reason we want to rush Hearthbound Axe first compared to the Sheen and the Kindle Gem is that other than that it gives the most stats, it also gives you that increased movement speed, and that's what I want to focus on. Now, this increased movement speed does 2 things. First of all, it helps create more pressure in your lane because you can run around faster and zone the enemy champion better. But also it allows you to stick to your opponent when it comes to trades inside of the lane. So the more you can keep up with your opponent, the more DPS that you can pull off. The second item we want to prioritize is obviously Sheen because of the Spellblade passive that gives us extra damage. And then thirdly, we do the Kindle Gem because that gives us extra health for durability as well as the 10 haste for the cooldown reduction. Once all 3 of those are built, we have a following cost of 733 gold to get to Trinity Force. Once you hit that gold, boom, you have the item built. So now that we have the justification behind the correct build path taken care of, I want to get into the visuals and the animations of what this item looks like in combat and in play. So starting with the Hearthbound Axe passive, you can see here with Darius as the example, when he auto attacks, he gains a white starry animation underneath him. That is the same movement animation that Phage used to give you. So when you auto attack, that's your signal that you have increased movement speed from that passive. Also with the Sheen, you can see here in this example when Darius casts an ability, his hands turn red, which means that his Sheen is ready to fire on his next auto attack. Now, looking at the animations for Trinity Force, first of all with the Threefold Strike passive, which is the increased movement speed, you can see that the animation changes from the white starry effect to more of an ethereal comet effect. So you can see when Darius auto attacks, he runs and gets this more colorful animation signaling his increase in movement speed. Furthermore, with his Spellblade passive, instead of his hands turning red when he casts an ability, you can see that his hands turn gold. and this is the updated indicator for when his next auto attack is going to deal bonus damage from the Spellblade. So to sum things up with the new Trinity Force, first of all, don't forget to rush this item first, so that way all of your other legendaries get the 10% bonus attack speed for free. As far as the general stats are concerned, between cooldown reduction, attack damage, attack speed, and health, this is great for AD, melee, bruiser champions. And with the passives, Threefold Strike giving you increased sticking power with the movement speed, as well as the increase in base damage, you have that self-synergy that also increases the Spellblade damage. This is great for either learning a new bruiser champion, or if you're not familiar with the other bruiser items, this is a great bread and butter item just to start out learning with. Well guys, that's all I have for you today with Season 11 officially here and underway, and with the new items and item shop revamped. I have a video for every item for you coming down the pipe. Don't forget to hit me up on Twitter, as well as for some awesome video game photography, check me out on Instagram. Well guys, as always, thank you very much for watching, and we will see each other again real soon. Have a wonderful day.